You're about to hear a story that will challenge everything you think you know about kindness, fate, and the silent battles people fight behind closed doors, because sometimes, the smallest act of mercy turns into a miracle no one saw coming. A single dad, struggling to hold life together, lets a stranger sleep on his couch out of pure humanity, but what happens the next morning, with just one phone call, changes his world forever. Stay with me till the end, because this is one of those rare stories that reminds us God sends help in the most unexpected forms. It was a freezing night. Ethan, a single dad in his early 30s, walked home with bags of groceries, cheap noodles, a few eggs, and a loaf of bread. Money was tight. Every step felt heavier than the last. He pushed open the door to his small apartment, his daughter Lily running to him with the biggest smile. "Daddy, you're home." That smile, it was his strength. His world. Even if life had beat him down, Lily kept him alive. He'd worked 3 shifts that week. His rent was overdue. His car barely ran, but he never complained. Because when you're a father, you don't get to give up. You endure. Just as he set dinner on the table, he heard soft knocking. It was late. Who could it be? He opened the door and saw a woman standing there, clothes soaked, eyes red, shivering as if she'd been holding back tears for hours. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "My car broke down. I don't know anyone in town, and it's so cold. Can I just sit somewhere warm for a bit?" For a moment, Ethan froze. Life had made him cautious. You don't trust strangers easily, especially when you have a child, but then he saw something familiar in her eyes: pain, exhaustion, loneliness, the kind you only recognize when you've lived it too. He stepped aside. "You can come in." Her name was Amelia. She didn't say much, only that she was passing through and had nowhere to go tonight. Ethan made her tea, offered a blanket, and as Lily fell asleep in his lap, he offered the couch too. "You can stay here tonight. It's not much, but it's warm." Her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, truly, you have no idea what this means." Behind that sentence, there were stories she wasn't ready to tell. She drifted off to sleep on the couch, tears still drying on her cheeks. Ethan sat watching her for a moment. Something inside him felt heavy, not suspicion, but empathy. People break quietly, nobody sees it until the cracks spill over. He whispered a silent prayer for her, because only those who hurt pray for strangers like family. That night, he didn't know, he hadn't just let a stranger inside his home, he had opened the door to fate. The next morning, sunlight spilled into the tiny apartment. Ethan made breakfast, cheap but warm. Pancakes from a budget mix. He always tried to give Lily a normal childhood, even without money. Amelia sat up slowly, startled to see Lily helping him in the kitchen, laughing, mixing batter, filling that small home with happiness bigger than its walls. This is beautiful," Amelia murmured. Ethan shrugged. "It's not much, but we make it work." He didn't say he was drowning. He didn't say he'd sold his tools last week to afford groceries. A pride is loud. But pain? Pain stays quiet. After breakfast, Amelia suddenly pulled out her phone. "Ethan, I never told you who I am." He smiled politely, not expecting anything. "Doesn't matter. Sometimes people just need a place to breathe." Amelia's voice shook. "The world needs more hearts like yours." Then she made one call, just one. "Hi, yes, it's me. Get the team ready. I've made my decision." Ethan didn't know what she meant or why she looked at him with tears and respect. Within an hour, black SUVs pulled up outside his old apartment building. Men in suits. A woman with a laptop. A car with tinted windows and neighbors peeked out. Confused, Ethan stepped outside, heart pounding. Had he done something wrong? Then a tall man approached and extended his hand. "Mr. Carter? Ms. Amelia Knight sent us." Ethan froze. That name. He'd heard it on news. On billboards. On magazines. Amelia Knight, the reclusive tech billionaire who vanished from public view months ago after personal tragedy, and she slept on his couch. Amelia walked out behind the team, tears in her eyes. "You didn't judge me. You didn't ask who I was. You helped because you're good. People only see my wealth, but you saw my humanity." Ethan could barely breathe. What is all this?" She smiled softly. "I lost someone recently. It broke me. I walked away from everything, looking for a reason to believe in people again. Last night, I found it." Her voice cracked. "You gave me a home when I had none. Now let me change your life." Lily tugged Ethan's shirt, whispering, "Daddy, is she an angel?" Maybe she was, that day, papers were signed. Ethan received a new apartment. Funds for Lily's education. A stable job offer at Amelia's foundation. When life gets heavy, Amelia said, the universe sends help in human form. Yesterday, you were mine. Today, I want to be yours. Ethan's eyes filled. No one's ever done something like this for me. She touched Lily's hair gently. You earned it with kindness. As the sun set, and they stood at the doorway of their new future, Amelia whispered one last thing: bless the ones who give even when they have little. They are closest to God. And in that moment, the world felt softer, kinder, more hopeful, because sometimes, fate doesn't knock, it knocks back louder, and a simple couch turned into a doorway to destiny. If this story touched your heart, remember this: in a world obsessed with wealth and status, real richness is in kindness. The smallest act of goodness can trigger miracles you never see coming. Stay human, stay kind. Because you never know, the person you help today might be the blessing that changes tomorrow.